This podcast may include opinions or attitude towards products, services, or companies. We present these content ideas to provide valuable insights and suggestions. All this is for general informational purposes only and does not constitute professional advice. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
welcome to Roma with Kenneth Masinde.
Bolotole makatsa thata ema pele take a picture o tlo hloka ha ke le ka tlatsa fada which one this the one that's gonna take y'all to summer be ke tlo le bona next month the game is ours peace and love from
I be smiling every day, but damn, bro, I be really going through a lot, yo. The night we don't sleep, bro. It's crazy, Baba. Depression is real, my dude.
Most of us as men, we get attacked for not being vocal or expressing our feelings or our vulnerabilities. We get attacked. Why you won't just talk? Just tell me what you're thinking. You look like you got something on your mind. Talk. I'm here. And they, no, I'm good. They don't want to. They don't feel safe. They don't feel comfortable. Us men, we can't win for either side. We get attacked for shutting up, and we get attacked for speaking.
You alright? Great. I said, are you alright? I'm fine.
Hey, how you doing, guys? This is your man, Gareth Masinde, the only host of Blomo with Gareth Masinde. Welcome, guys. Thank you. I know it has been a minute, and it has been some time, and finally we're here. Finally, we got this thing, and we're gonna do this thing. Like I mentioned, we're gonna drive this wheel. We're gonna push it, and we're gonna keep on pushing until we get the number of subscribers higher. So if you're new here, please click that button, like, share, and subscribe. And always tell your neighbors, tell your friend, tell your partner that Gareth Masinde ufihlile ona le podcast telling ya gage. Matsatsi la gompieno motho etso topic e ke batla re bua ka yone is bit deeper, is bit something se I think it closely bangwe ba rona re le bantsi thata. Dilo tse le goreng re kopana le tsone, dilo tse le goreng ga itse we're not even aware of it, but it is there. It is something that is existing, and I hope we are doing something about it. We have a problem as a country, we have a problem as the world, and I think we need to find a way to try and resolve this. Mental health issues is quite deep. It's quite something we're losing people on a daily basis. And this is only because of the issues that are dealing with in silent corner, silently, and ga ba buile ope ka yona. Me ga ntse rena re le batho re tle re ha motho go dumedisa go botsa ra o siame, you will say yeah ke sharp, without being able to o kgona go bua ka mokgwa o feeling ka teng, o kgona go bua ka di-issues tse o nang leng tsone, o kgona go bua ka mathata o nang leng one. Ba re tlha re na le mathata mo lefatsheng, ga gona motho o sena mathata. Ba tle ba re le ha ka nna le ntlo e kana kang mathata le o nang le one. So I believe gore na re le batho we need to find a way ya kgona go bua ka mathata re na le o ska rena ka mathata, ka gore mathata re nna ka one a na ntse a oketsega, mme ha ntse a oketsa ka mokgwa o ntseng yalo, we end up being in a situation where we can't even cope, we can't even run the situation. So today in Kiribuaga mental health issues, this is just for me to share some of the information that I have gained and some of the things that I have possibly been through before. And even now, still go through the same. Hey, life move on. We need to try and figure out where the issue is, and re kgone go ipankanya mo botshelong, re kgone go ipankanya mo mmeleng ya rona, re kgone go ipankanya mo matshelong a rona re le batho. So ka mokgwa ke kgone go research ka teng ka this particular topic, about mental health issues. It's an emotional, psychological, and social well-being that influence how you think, feel, and act. Affecting how you handle stress, relating to others, and making choices. So I think some of the fela se re ka se lebelang gore mental health issues ke ntho e tshwereng mang le mang, and sa mathomo se nka se highlightang ke gore dilo di dintsi tse le goreng we need to look at, tse le goreng re le batho we need to put ourselves in. And sa mathomo se nka se buang fela ke gore sometimes rona as people we tend to put ourselves in a situation that we're not thinking, or we don't see how we're gonna take ourselves out of that situation in the next coming few days. In most cases, for now. In most cases, we're trying to do something to please ourselves, please others at that particular moment. We're not thinking about the next 5 years. We're not thinking about the next 2 months, the next 2 years, the next 3 years, the next 6 months, or even the next day. Some of the things that I have picked up being issue or the cause of mental health, it's how you think, you feel, and act, how handle the stress, sometimes it starts with a childhood abuse or trauma. A lot of challenges in our society. We itemogela a lot of challenges mo malapeng, and when as a child you get to be abused, it's an unfortunate thing. Even the percentage within our country shows that on daily basis there's always a child being abused, there's always a child being traumatized because of the situation, how we as Bundat handle the situation at our houses, and also how Basadi also handles the situation at the houses. Each and every situation that you face, that you have at your own house, having a child around you, they take note of those things. And it might not impact them right now, but one thing for sure is if it's not a good situation, it always come back and haunt them. It always come back and impact them in the future. So I think rona really the brothers, really the sisters, the cousins within household, we need to look how we conduct ourselves. If there's a situation, if there's a conflict, banaba mogai, and are we not exposing these kids to something tomorrow it will expose them, something tomorrow will actually put them in a better situation. The child will think this is the right way of doing things, this is how you're supposed to treat the person. And this is surely because they saw that my brother, my sister, my parents, they were doing this. So they only believe that it's the right thing to do. So as a people, we need to try and check the situation that we're in so that we don't expose these children to the abuse that we are in, and also to traumatize them. There's a lot of things that we do at our houses. All of us, we know those things that we do, but we never consider the kids, the children that we have in our surrounding. So those kids are exposed to those things. Coming months, coming years, they're exposed and they remember everything. It's so funny how most of the kids, actually, they do remember some of the things that are happening, some of the things that they have experienced when they were still young. Someone can actually tell us, they remember when I was 2 years, this is what I experienced. So those are the things that we need to look at, how we conduct ourselves, how we resolve a solution as a family. We shouldn't expose our children to such things. We shouldn't be treating them how we think. I think we need to try and also learn more, read books, how to handle a situation if there's a kids around you. There's a lot of people that I think they have been through the same situation. We need to be able to interact and talk to people, and also try and not try. It might not be the best solution, but try and minimize the exposing of children to the abuse, exposing children to the trauma. Because they get traumatized, and it's not gonna be a good thing. The second point is the social isolation or loneliness. there's a lot of people who call themselves introvert. There's a lot of introvert people that I believe that sometimes they want to isolate themselves. They don't want to be around people. The person is always home. They never go out and socialize with people, try and network with people, try and, be outside the house or expose yourself out there to learn things and meet new people. Sometimes you want to have that moment being all alone. It's understandable, but in most cases, I think we need to try and not do it more often. Ka gore gantsi ga o e dira more often e heleletsa e nna ntho e le goreng o e tlwaetse, e heleletsa e nna ntho e le goreng o nagana gore e siame, mme kgante selo se ke selo se le goreng you want to be alone because you're going through issues. You want to be alone because you want to think about your problems and thinking mathata gago le one. It can bring a solution, but in most cases, whatever you think at that moment, you will think is the right thing to do. And if you also consulted some professionals, you end up finding yourself making a wrong decision because you made a decision all alone. You're not sharing your experience with anyone else. So I think it's quite important that we try and minimize being isolating ourselves from society. We live in a small community. We're not saying that you must share your family issues with people outside your family. All is highlighted is that try and minimize being alone. When you're alone, there's a lot of things that come to your mind. In most cases, we tend to think it's the right way or it's the only solution. There's a lot of people we see out there losing their lives because they're all alone. They make decisions. They think that they're going through the most, and you might find that there's someone out there who's actually going through the same thing that you are, or even worse. So we need to be able to try and stand out, be out there, talk to people, find ourselves to engage with others so that we can share the experience, so that we can be able to learn from others, so that we can make a better decision tomorrow. And also, the third point is experiencing discrimination and stigma, including racism. In most cases, I think we get disturbed in our mind if we experience any discrimination. There's a lot of people that we like to call disabled people. There's a lot of people that go through their own things, and we discriminate them for such situations they're in at that particular moment. And I always say every situation is not permanent. It's just temporary situation. Just deal with it and try and fix it. We need to try and, when you experience discrimination, stigma, or racism, try and engage with professionals, talk to someone so that at least you find it easy to talk. You find it easy to engage with people who can be able to guide you. They can be able to make it easy for you. Every situation that we're in, we need to be able to find someone to talk to. We get discriminated on a daily basis. We get to be racism, especially if you stand outside your tribe or your community. So we need to try and find a way of connecting with the people that are right for us, right for our situation. It can be at a workplace. Bit of distance, most of the time you might find them at a workplace. Workplace, it can be difficult sometimes. That's why they always say that if the culture in the workplace is not right, find a way of taking to your human resource, take to managers, try and build, try and resolve the issue. Don't just get into it. Hey, let's say because ga gona motho o bua le one ka mathata ao a kopana le go ditirong tsa gago. So racism ke ntho e le goreng gape tshwantse mo South Africa, but if you look at the stats, we used to experience le dingata go tswa gale kwa me ke dilo tse di fetogang, dilo di a change fa le fale gona le ba bangwe le gore racism se tsele mo go bone. So really what we need to try and engage the professionals. We need to engage with our immediate managers if we experience such things. Don't sit with it. You end up waking up daily, going to you're not enjoying working there because it's not good, man. You feel discriminated, you feel racism, you feel a statement. you're not doing anything, you're not moving anywhere because of the discrimination that you're getting. So really, but we need to find a way of how to express how we feel, so that we can be able to manage the situation that we're in at that particular moment. The point number 4, social disadvantage, poverty, and no man. I think this one, in most cases, I think we see it on daily basis where we find people mo dirobotong ba kopa ba bangwe, they will approach you when wherever asking for money. It can be a kumolong. Some people just randomly feel like come to you and speak to you. So poverty, I think most South Africa can be an issue. And also we tend to say that Olomotu, you need to stand up, go and look for a job. It's not easy to find a job. And some people, they find it difficult to actually sleep, having a bread or having food on the table. So those are the things that can actually disturb a person if you're an individual and you get social disadvantage and there's poverty as well. You're going through poverty. It's quite difficult. You can just imagine how you think, how you wake up the next day without energy. You didn't have anything to eat, and things are not going how you want them to go for you in the social area, and it's not looking good at all. You get impacted every minute. You cannot survive the whole day. You need to try and always find something to make you feel better. Really by internally dikoloto, and we're trying to pay our debt, but gets to be difficult. And ga gona bokete, we always rena re ntse re ko matšhoniseng a tsamaya re hodima tšhelete, and this since di re createla mathata seng kana ka sepe, because we're trying to resolve the issue at that moment. And o le motho o ka se robale, o ka se bone boroko ka gore ga gona dijo, wa dima ditšhelete ko bathong o kolota batho, tshwanetse yo ditirong, ga gona tlo ditirong. So there's a lot of things that we go through on a daily basis. So it goes back to the point that gore we need to find a way to talk to people who can help us. We need to find a way to engage the professionals. You need to always try and identify the person you can talk to. Try and make it easy for situation like gago. It might not resolve it, but it's gonna make it better. Gantsi ba re go bua go a thusa. Ha o bua ga o itse gore ke ma reditseng, mme ka nako e ga motho a reditsa ka go fa maele a ka go bontsha gore ka mokgontseng yang. So let's try and find people to talk to. Let's try and find individuals that we can engage with so that we can deal better with our situations. Okay. The other point, losing someone who's very close to you. Like we mentioned earlier on, people are taking their lives because they feel that the situation is not getting any better. They feel that it's quite a lot for them to take in. So really, but when you lose people, you tend to think a lot. You tend to have a lot in your mind. You tend to think that it came to an end of the world because you lost someone that was very close to you. And we go through a lot as individual when you lose people. Some people tend to be in a very bad state after losing someone very close to you. You can just imagine losing someone that's close to you, someone you used to talk to, someone that you believe that your life was getting better, being with that person or being close to that person. But now you're losing that person. You're just thinking a lot, and you're not doing things, you're not feeling, you're not acting how you're supposed to act because you feel that there's a gap. More emotoy ceiling since so we need to be also to find a situation how we deal with that. We need to be able to engage the professionals, try and accept the situation. Ga ntse ba re ga motho a tlhokafetse se se botlhokwa pele ke gore amogele gore motho ga sa le teng mo botshelong mo kwano. Just have to accept the situation and also deal with the situation. O ska tla wa beya mo pilong, ka tla beya somewhere and say gore the person will come back. We tend to think that I don't have to cry because mo ke get o tlhokafetse. So you will have to mourn the person. You have to go through the process so that you can accept the situation, so that you can deal with the situation. you find yourself not dealing with the situation, tomorrow is going to be difficult for you. It's going to be difficult for you to accept, because the time when you're going through the process of the burial, you're not accepting the situation, and it will catch up with you coming days, and it's not going to be easy thing. It's going to be difficult for you to accept. You might end up doing wrong things because you believe that it's not true that you have lost that particular person that you was very close to you. So some of the situations that we find ourselves in, it needs us to accept. It needs us re kgone go dila ka tsone, re amogele gore go iragetse. Yeah, we need to find a way to deal ka dilo tsewa, re bue le batho ba le gore ba botlhokwa mo botshelong jwa rona. Se kana fela ka situation mo sa dile ka yone, ka gore ga o sa dile ka yone, then you end up finding yourself o pakela dilo ka mo pilong, mme go pakela dilo ka mo pilong ga o butle, ga o buse se le gore sa go tshwenya, ga o go tirong ga o perform ka mokgwa o tshwanetseng, ga o le ko lapeng ga o perform ka mokgwa o tshwanetseng, ka gore dilo tse le gore di diragala mo matshelong a gago ga o bue ka tsone di nne ntse di pakelela fela ka mokgwa o ntseng yalo. Mme se sengwe se ke se boneng gape ke se sa having a long-term physical health condition. We have people with a chronic disease. We have a lot of people who have lifetime medicine or checkups they need to go through. As a person, if you're in that situation, it's always difficult. It's not going to be easy for you to talk to someone and say, I'm sick, I have this particular condition, and you're going to start also isolating yourself. It goes back to point number 2 of social isolation, because you feel that your sickness, your condition, it's not allowing you to step out and be with people. It tends to affect us quite a lot. Imagine being a person, you get into a car accident and they tell you that you have actually had your spinal cord. It's going to be difficult. You won't be able to, do things that you used to do. You're going to have to be on a wheelchair for your lifetime. You find it so difficult to accept. You find it so difficult to actually deal with that, because, there's a lot of things that you used to do yourself. Now you're going to have to depend on people. So we tend to find ourselves in that situation where we go back to accept. We need to be able to accept the situation. The condition that we're in can be curable, can be something that you deal with. And also they're always saying that if you have a condition, there's always someone who has been through it before. So it's quite important to try and engage with a person, try and engage with other individuals, try and speak to the professionals. They will reference, they will tell you to speak to a certain individual who have been through the same situation before. So I think we shouldn't give up if we have long-term health condition. Some of them, talking to some people who have been through it, it can help. And also for us to try and fight, try and gain our strength, it's going to make it possible. It's not going to be easy. And it's something that as an individual, o ka leka, mme go leka ga gore o ka se kgone, o ka se itse modimo re mo rapelang o tla ka digama tse di farologaneng. So as an individual, I think you need to be able to fight. You need to be able to stand up and try and face the condition that you're in. Some of them we can be able to overcome. Some of them, it's something that we can make it better. We can live with those things. It's just a matter of us accepting. It's just for us to fight back, not to give up on those. Unemployment or losing your job, which is something is very happens on daily basis. People are losing their jobs. People are unemployed, and you want to do things. When you were young, you always dream of achieving some of the things. Right now, it's difficult for you to achieve those things because you feel that you don't have financial means to be able to do those things for yourself because you lost your job. You have a family to provide to. You have everything that you need to do as a person. You had plans for the future. You got kids. You got wife. You got your family that you need to look after. And as a person as well, you got yourself to look after. And then you find yourself in that situation. It does impact how we deal with the situation because the situation within your circle is impacted. You don't have means to take care of it. You don't have means to make it possible. So those are the things that comes with the mental health issues, losing a job, being unemployed. It's difficult in most people. That's why every day you find people saying they're hustling, because I think you're trying to make means to do something, so that at least you have a bit of income, to make better decision, to make something out of it. As an individual, we're trying to make sure that at the end of the day I have food on the table so that I can be able to have something to eat, gain the strength, wake up the next day, do the same thing so that we can proceed with life. So it's quite difficult to find yourself in such a situation, being unemployed and losing a job. It's one of the things that cause the mental health issues. Being homeless and poor housing, those are the things that come with it. Sometimes being homeless, there's a lot of people that we always pass in big cities, Joburg, Cape Town. We see people sleeping under the bridge. The question is, do you think the person is acting normally? Is the person okay on daily basis? There's the things that you still need as a person in your house, but the one who's homeless, they're going through the most. They need our help. They need help. And then obviously, like I mentioned, that some of the things, there's all the situation comes with the first point that we mentioned, childhood abuse and trauma. Some people, according to some of the research that was done, some people ran away from their houses because the fathers were beating them up, or the family was not accepting their situation or accepting them as they are. Or it can be any different story, man, that you're picking up. Then the person had to run away and find themselves staying under the bridge or sleeping under the bridge. So those things, it does impact us as individuals. We ran away from houses, end up being homeless because we don't want to face situation, or we're running away from situations that it's making us uncomfortable. And also the other one that I've seen, that drug and alcohol misuse. I know in most cases we tend to say, "Hore, ge ke no bojalwa ke feel ke le betere, ga ke no bojalwa ke feel gore mathata a ka fokotsega." Mme re lebala gore ga fokotsege, you're just trying to forget ka nako eo gore actually o na le mathata. Mme one thing that we need to start looking at, one thing we need to pick up, ke gore alcohol is not resolving our issues. Alcohol is just making us forget ka mathata a rona for that moment. And tomorrow you're still going back to face a mathata. It goes back to the point that as a person, you need to be able to accept the situation, deal with the situation. O seka wa leka go tshabela mathata a gago, gore mathata a gago a tlo sala morago. It's always behind you. It's always going to be with you. The best way, you just have to deal ka one. We need to take mathata on hand on, and then try and face it. Ga gona selo re ka se ira, ga gona se re ka se kgonang. Re le batho fa re tshabela mathata a rona. We need to be able to stand up as a person. It's not gonna be an easy thing. We can agree to that, but I believe gore re le batho, we need to be able to face the issues, face every challenge that we have, so that we can be able to make a better decision tomorrow. So those are the possible causes of mental health issues that we need to look at. Those are the things that we believe that it does create issues for us not to act normally, not to feel normally, not to be able to think how we need to think, how we deal with stress, and how we manage our lifestyle, and also how we make choices. So with that, guys, I believe we need to try and find a better way of dealing with the conditions. We try and find a better way of dealing with the situation, find a better way of dealing with the challenges that we face on daily basis. On daily basis, there's those individuals who needs to wake up to go to work. There are those ones who wake up and ask themselves questions: what am I going to do today to make money? We go through different things on daily basis. So let's try and make it possible. Let's try and stand up, face on, and take on the challenges speak to individuals who can be able to guide you, speak to individuals who can be able to share experience with you so that you know how to take on your challenge and also how to make better decisions.
Mental health. Mental health is a serious issue. Remember, mental health doesn't choose. Mental health doesn't spare you. Oh, I'm a professor. Oh, I'm a CFO. Oh, I'm poor. I don't have a job. Oh, I'm married to so and so. Oh, I'm black. I'm purple. I'm Caucasian. Oh, I'm Hindu. I'm Christian. Mental health does not choose. It doesn't have boundaries. It can attack anyone at any stage in their life. Listen to me. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to struggle navigating some things. It's okay. Mental health, I actually deny it. Smart as I am, deeply, there was a point I found myself depressed. I believed death was the only solution. Women this month seek help.
Some of the things that I picked up to be able to support your mental health, they mentioned some of the points here. The first one is exercise regularly. I believe this is something that speaks to our health status as well. With people, we need to be able to exercise. Exercising, I think it does refresh your mind. It helps you to regain your strength. It helps you to be able to clear a whole lot of things that are in your mind. So if we do like exercise on regular basis, it does help us to be able to re-energize, reactivate our bodies, and also to clear your mind and also try and think properly, because with the exercises, it does allow one to try and run the energy differently within your body, and also for you to be able to do things clearly with a clear mind, not to make decision poorly sitting in the corner, you know. Other thing, they're saying that we need to eat healthy and stay hydrated, practice self-care, connect with others, which is something I mentioned that it's most important thing, that mental health issues, it does require us to connect with professionals, engage with professionals, talk to professionals, so that we can be able to make a decision tomorrow. If we're not gonna talk to professional people, we're gonna always think that the decision that I have at that moment going right may feel a lot high right, because I was all alone and ke sa buile motho, ke sa utlwisane le gore I'm going to get a decision is siameng. We make decision alone, and then you find yourself you were actually wrong, you're not doing the right thing. And the other one that they mentioned is that learn few things. I will agree to that 100%. So as individually on daily basis, we need to try and learn different things. We need to try and be able to teach ourselves to do different things on daily basis. All of us, that's our challenge. All of us, we're scared of changing the situation that we're in. Once you change your situation, things will look much better because you're doing something differently, and you never know how to income on the side. So try and do things or learn new things, so that you don't do same thing every day. Try and expose yourself to different things that will help you to deal with the situation, that will help you to act normal or act differently, that will help you to feel differently or help you to feel good. If we learn new things, we get to develop new skills, we develop new hobbies, and also accomplishment, man, and also have a different purpose of life. You'll be able to see that this is a new you, and you're doing something different compared to how you used to do things. And then the other one, they're saying that reflect on your achievements, which is something that I believe that sometimes when we have gone through a lot, we forget all the achievement that you have acquired. And this is only because of one wrong move that happened. And this is because of the situation that we find ourselves in at that moment. We tend to forget all the good things that we have been in. So we need to be able to find a way to try and support our mental health through the things that I mentioned now. Some of them, they will help you to feel different. They will help you to accept the situation. They will help you to deal with the situation. They will help you to, or they will guide you to be able to how to move forward. If you're gonna sit in your corner not doing anything about the situation, we can only guess what's gonna happen tomorrow. So let's try and build something that we know tomorrow is gonna help us, and also deal with the situation better. It's just quite deep, guys, and I hope and believe that with the little that I have shared, it will change someone's life. It will make someone take some of things differently and deal with things differently. We deal with a lot of the challenges on a daily basis, and these challenges, they need us to stand up and accept the challenge, stand up and face the challenge, stand up and be a winner. We don't want to be able to lose every challenge that we have. It's quite important that we accept and also we practice and we move forward. As individual, I would like to say that all of us, we go through all the challenges in life, and it's all up to us how we deal with them. Finding assistance, finding someone to talk to, it's something that you need to make decision all by yourself. Don't sit by your corner and think that things will get better if you're not acting to it. So every situation you're in, put actions that you need to take so that you can be able to move forward. Take every action, take every step as a learning curve so that tomorrow you can be able to share your experience with others. They depend on you to share your experience for them to do better, for them to share with others as well. So with that, guys, I would like to say thank you very much for joining me today. And this is quite deep topic that I just wanted just to share with you guys, because I believe these are some of the things that we don't consider, we don't think of in most cases. We know that we have problems, mara we're not doing anything about it. Re ipolela gore mathata a rona ke mathata a rona, mme mathata wa tla fela, mme ga gona se se le goreng ga se fele. We need to be able to take on a challenge. Se ka nna le mathata ra ba fela mo fatshe re sa di leka ona. So ka mokgwa o ntseng yalo motho re ka leboga o bong re ka Masina bone ke re ka Masina, the only host ya Bloma with Gareth Masina. And thank you for tuning in. Please share this video and also encourage people to talk about the issues they're facing. Gareth Masina. See you on the next one.
Emotionally, I can't do it anymore. Morally, I'm exhausted. Spiritually, I feel dead. Physically, I'm smiling. On the surface, everything seems fine, but inside it's different. It's hard sometimes. People see the smile, but they don't see the pain behind it. The nights are long, filled with thoughts that go round and round. Sometimes I just want to scream, tell everyone how I really feel, but I hold back for fear of being misunderstood or judged. There are those lonely moments when I wonder if it's all worth it, when the thought of giving up crosses my mind. But I think of those who count on me, those who still need me. So I draw on my last reserves of energy. I cling to the faintest glimmer of hope. I find comfort in the little things. If only for a moment I can forget the weight on my shoulders. Yet I keep going. I have my reasons, even if they are sometimes vague. Some days are better than others. Moments when I feel lighter, when hope is reborn. I have friends who support me, and that's precious. Every day, I try to find a reason to smile, even if it's not always easy. You're not alone.
Okay, see you in the next one.